Hello, I want to share some thoughts from this book, Religion and Your Wellbeing. The purpose of this book is to help us utilize religious indoctrination to promote human dignity and well-being. For instance, when I mention the name Jesus, depending on how you are indoctrinated about him or how Jesus is presented to you, he may come across as a religious leader who is just a founder of one of the religions in the world, which is Christianity. Or you may perceive Jesus as God, who manifested himself as a savior of humanity. So, depending on how you view Jesus, if you perceive Jesus as a religious leader who has just come to be a founder of a religion, then what you are trying to say is that he is one of the reasons why we have religious factions or discriminations. So this is a group that Jesus came to form called Christianity that people can choose to join or not. So when we talk about religious superiority or religious supremacy or a superiority complex created in the human being because of religion, or a power gap that is created among human beings because of religion, we see Jesus as one of the culprits promoting such kinds of religious discrimination, religious supremacy, a superiority complex because of religion and so on. So we are not likely to see him as he believes in the collective well-being of the human being. We see him as he came to form a group to include and to exclude. But if we more appropriately see Jesus as God, who manifested himself as a savior of all humanity, then when we think about God, you are thinking about the universe, because God is the creator of the universe. You are thinking about the creator of the entire earth. You are thinking about God who created the human race, starting from Adam and Eve. So you are not seeing Jesus as just came to form a group. You are seeing him as God of all humanity, who is the savior of all humanity. So for God so loved the world, so he came for the entire world. So you will not be thinking of he came to promote religious discrimination, he came to promote religious superiority. He is God of all humanity, who manifested himself as a savior of all humanity. And when you see Jesus this way, then you are going to see Jesus as good news personified. That is why we refer to the message about Jesus as good news, because Jesus is God, who is the greatest good against evil that threatens the human being. So we believe that Jesus is the one who is fighting human's greatest enemy on behalf of humanity, and that is Satan. So the human being is not the enemy of Jesus. The human being is not the enemy of God. The enemy of God is Satan, and Jesus is the one who is dealing with this evil devil on behalf of humanity. So when I'm promoting Jesus to you, my thinking is that I am promoting the greatest good against evil that threatens your well-being. All right. When I'm promoting Jesus to you, I'm thinking that I am promoting the highest expression of God's love to humanity, because for God so loved the world that he gave his son, his only son, and he gave his son to the entire world before there was a believer or a Christian, to undeserving humanity. So Jesus represents the highest expression of God's love, where God gave us the greatest gift of himself to humanity. So when I promote Jesus, that's how I'm thinking. I'm promoting the highest expression of God's love to humanity. When I promote Jesus, I am thinking that I'm promoting a savior. So when I'm recommending Jesus to you, I am recommending a savior to you, because it says, for whosoever believes in him will not perish, but have everlasting life. Will not perish means that a savior is trying to take you from something negative to something positive. A savior is trying to rescue you from something that is bad, from some danger, from sin, from destruction, from evil, something positive. So in my mind, When I'm promoting Jesus, I'm not thinking I'm promoting religion. I'm promoting a savior to you, somebody who you can trust, to have the good intention to help you from something negative to something positive. In my mind, when I'm promoting Jesus, I'm thinking that I'm promoting an equalizer who cares about the well-being of entire humanity, because it says that whosoever believes in him, whosoever means anybody. So I'm promoting somebody who is not a discriminatory person, somebody who believes in the collective well-being of humanity, and somebody who is an equalizer. And so anybody can be saved because of him. When I'm promoting Jesus, I believe that I'm promoting somebody who wants to have a relationship with us, somebody who yearns for a relationship with us. Because for someone to give himself for your sake, for our sake, it means that he really wants us. He really wants to have a relationship with us. So it is not true that God is difficult to please and Jesus is playing hard to get. It is not true. It is God rather who is looking for us, who is looking to have a relationship with us. And so the Son of Man came to seek and save the lost. It's God who is rather looking for us, seeking after us. Unlike other, in quotes, I'm using the word religion, in quotes, where we believe that people are looking for God or a God. So some have even created small gods in their rooms, they are worshiping. When it comes to Jesus, the thinking is that we are not looking for God. God is looking for us. That is Jesus. That is God looking for us and using Jesus as the access route to himself. So we don't think about God as his difficult to please and hard to impress or playing hard to get. We think that he wants to have a relationship with us and yearn for that relationship with us. So this is an example of a religious indoctrination that can promote your dignity and well-being. Because everything that I have said so far is not going to make you see Jesus as an enemy or you are an enemy of Christ. Okay? Everything I've said so far about Christ shows that this is God who cares about the well-being and dignity of humanity. So it is obvious that to me, when I promote Jesus, all right, it is not that I am trying to impose religion on you. I'm trying to introduce you to a person that I believe that is concerned about your dignity and your well-being, is concerned about the collective dignity and well-being of humanity. So here in the name Jesus, you think about this is good news personified. Somebody who cares about the collective dignity and well-being of humanity. That is how you think when you hear of the name Jesus.